You wanted to see me?
Yeah, Paul. I really like the way you dance. No, I mean it. So I thought maybe we'd try this again. Well, to start with, if you're going to change your name, why change it from a Spanish one to Italian?
Because I don't look it. People always tell me, you don't look Puerto Rican, you don't look Puerto Rican. But I am.
And what, you think you look Italian?
No. I just wanted to be somebody new. So I became Paul San Marco.
Why did you want to become someone new?
Why? Not exactly proud of my past.
Paul, who is? But that's exactly what the word means, past.
Well, look, that might be easy for you.
Wait. Look, what made you start dancing? Your parents?
No. What do Puerto Ricans know about theater? I mean, now they have Channel 47, but then they didn't have anything. And my father loved the movies. He'd take us all the time. He worked nights, and he'd come home and take us to 42nd Street. We'd go into one movie, into another, and another movie. I don't know why, but I always loved the musicals.
How old were you?
7 or 8.
On 42nd Street?
Yeah. It was a trip.
Go on.
Well, I'd have to move down front because I couldn't see. I wear contact lenses now, but I moved down front and these strange men would come and sit beside me and play with me. I never told anyone. Well, I guess it didn't matter.
Why didn't it matter?
Why?
Paul, look, if this is too rough, I got your picture and resume, and we can just...
No! Okay. Well, from seeing all those musicals, I used to dance around in the street and I'd get caught all the time. God, it's embarrassing. I was always pretending that I was Sid Charisse. Always. Which I didn't really understand because what I wanted to be was an actor. I mean, I really wanted to perform. Once my cousin said to me, "You'll never be an actor." I mean, she was telling me this because I was a sissy. I mean, I was terribly effeminate. I always knew I was gay, but that didn't bother me. What bothered me was that I didn't know how to be a boy. So one day, I looked at myself in the mirror, I said, "You're 14 years old and you're a faggot. What are you going to do with the rest of your life?" By that time, I was in Cardinal Hayes High School. There were 3,000 boys there. I had no protection anymore. No homeroom where I could be charming and funny with the tough guys so that they'd fight my battles for me. Like when I went to small schools, I liked school, but my grades got so bad. Even when I knew answers to questions in class, I wouldn't raise my hand because I would be afraid they would laugh at me. They'd even whistle at me in the halls. It was awful. Just awful. So finally I went down to the principal and said, "I'm a homosexual." Well, it was a Catholic high school at the age of 15, and in 1962 you didn't just say that. So the principal said, "Would you like to see a psychologist?" So I did. And the psychologist said, "I think you're very well adjusted for your age, and I think you should quit school." So I did it. I didn't want to, I couldn't take it anymore. You see, when I quit school, what I was trying to do was trying to figure out who I was and how to be a man. You know, there are a lot of people in this world who don't know how to be men, and since then I found out I am one. I was just looking for the wrong thing. I was just trying to learn how to be butch. Anyway, I started hanging around 72nd Street, meeting all these really strange people, just trying to make friends that were like me so that I'd understand what it was that I was. Well, somebody told me they were looking for male dancers at the Jewel Box Review. You know, the drag show? So I go down to audition. Now, from all those years of pretending I was Sid Charisse, I had this fabulous extension. I could turn anything for my first audition. Well, the man pulls me aside and says, "You're too short to be a boy. Would you like to be a pony?" I said, "What's that?" He said, "A girl." "What do I have to do?" "Show us your legs." But I have hair on my legs. So they took me upstairs, hiked up my dungarees, gave me a pair of nylon stockings and high heels. It was freaky, but it was incredible. And afterwards, he took me back downstairs and he says, "You have wonderful legs." I said, "Really? Terrific." It's so strange thinking about all this now. It was a whole lifetime ago. I was just past 16. Anyway, when I got the show, I had to buy all the stuff, like makeup, earrings, shoes to rehearse in, and I would hide it all and my mother would find it. I told her that I was doing the show with this girl and she didn't want my mother to know what she was doing, so I was holding her stuff for her. She believed me. Well, I was in show business now. It was the asshole of show business, but it was a job. Nothing to brag about. But after a while, it got so demeaning. Nobody at the jewel box had any dignity, and most of them considered themselves freaks. I don't know. I think it was a lack of dignity that got to me, so I left. I mean, I muddled around for a while. I worked as an office boy, a waiter, but without an education, I couldn't get a good job. So when the jewel box called and asked me to come back, I went. We were doing 4 shows a day in a movie at the Apollo on 125th Street. It was really tacky. Well, the show was moving to Chicago and my parents wanted to come say goodbye and bring my luggage after the show. But we were getting ready for this Oriental number. I looked like Anime Wong. I had 2 great big chrysanthemums on either side of my head and this huge headdress with gold balls hanging all over it. Well, I'm getting ready to go in for the finale and I'm coming down the stairs and who should I see standing by the stage door? My parents. They got there too early. I freaked. I didn't know what to do, so I thought, if I just walk past them with everybody else, they'll never recognize me. So right as I'm walking past my mother, I hear her say, "Oh, Dios mío." Well, I died. But what could I do? I mean, I had to go on for the finale, so I just kept going. And after the show, after I finished taking my makeup and costume off, I came back down the stairs, and there they were, standing amongst all these. And all my parents said to me was, "Please write, make sure you eat, and take care of yourself." And just as my parents were leaving, my father pulled the producer aside and said, he said, "Please take care of my son." That's the first time.
That box right there. Everybody grab a hat.